in Muslim-majority societies, and I would say that when the organization began in 2010, we were saying we empower women, but what I see our role today is amplifying these voices that have become very loud, particularly since late 2010, early 2011, and the Arab uprisings that are still occurring throughout the Middle East. And I think our work is so important not only for the filmmakers who wouldn't necessarily have a platform for global exposure, but it's also important because the challenges that women face in the Muslim world are challenges that we universally face as women, and therefore we are facing as men and women in a shared society. So while we may be particularly focused on a certain population in the world, we're really speaking to a global audience and asking the global community to be active in the women's rights struggle, no matter where they are in all corners of the globe.
Heidi, before we go on, I think a lot of the young women in particular, but all of the students of both genders in the audience, would be interested in hearing a little bit about how you decided to get involved in a cause like this one, in a challenge like this.
So actually it started with me traveling to Israel to learn more about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict for myself, instead of just being told what to think and what to do about that. And when I got there in 2007, I had lots of opportunities to meet men and women on both sides of the conflict. And as I took trips into the West Bank and other areas to get to know Palestinians who I didn't have access to necessarily, I realized that I wasn't really hearing from women. But as I looked deeper, I saw that women were actually more involved in peacemaking initiatives. And the longer that I was in the region, the more I learned that in order to understand what's happening today, you have to understand the history of the place. So I ended up enrolling in a master's program in Middle Eastern Studies at Tel Aviv University. And this opened me up to the incredible history of women in the Muslim world who are so active in their societies and in fighting for economic, social, cultural, religious, ethnic rights for centuries now. And we don't necessarily know those stories, and it became very important to me to be part of telling these untold stories and using my resources to do so.